All right, welcome back to Desert Dogs, the Garage and Metalworks. Again, my name is Harry. I hope you're having a great day today, because I know I am. I'm getting ready to get this 1986 first year Heritage running. As it showed before, we got her in my shop, and I'm going to check on the gas, check on the oils, put a battery in it, open the cylinder, pull the plugs out, get a little bit of oil down in there, turn it over. I know it turns over. I had it in gear and it pushed fine even with the plugs in, but there's good compression. It was a little tough. But I know it turns over, so we're going to get working on it. We're going to try to get this thing fired up today. So, yeah, so check them out right here. He is in, and he wants to live. He wants to live. A little closer look. Got some original mileage on there. That dang light right there. Yeah. And his name is Dean. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting this thing rolling here. I gotta do some work over here, so, but, yeah, anyway, stick around, check it out. We'll get some smoke rolling in this moth. So, all right. First things first, get the seat off here. Take off this narrow-headed bolt. I call it a narrow-headed bolt. I don't know what you want to call it. It's kind of hard to see it, but there we go. That is a narrow-headed bolt. Yeah. It's okay. All right. Seat off. See what we got here. Oh, I got bolts on the side yet. Right down here. Right there. Two of them. All right. We got seat off. Hold on to that, King. All right. You know what? First of all, I want to check on them tanks. I did open these up, and they did look pretty darn good. Yeah, they look pretty darn clean in there. Gentleman took care of this pretty good, except he was, my understanding, sick for a while, so he couldn't really do much with it. But yeah, they look really clean. He emptied it, and yeah, crazy cool. Wow, check the other side out. A bit on the top there, but wow, that's good too. I can see all the way down to the crossover. That all looks pretty darn good in there. Yep. I'm going to do is I'm going to get her up. I'm going to pull the petcock out here, loosen up on this nut, pull this out. Yeah, I popped this line off the other day just to see what size barb that is so I could get some fuel line, which I'm going to replace. So I'm going to take this nut off and get the filter out of there and see how that looks. So let me get prepped. All right, let's see what we get here. All right. Came right off there. Oh yeah. See what we get out of here. Ooh, we got a little goo, but not bad. Just got a little bit of junk in there. Right all in here. Yeah, I'm gonna blow that out and I'll bring her back and put her back in. All right. Right there she be. Looks pretty clean. Blew it out. Everything's good. All the mesh is good. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's put her back in there. Get her back in. Tighten it up. Yeah, this is nice working on these old school bikes, man, because they're so simple. Way simple. Like, I got my Road King. I love it. I love it. But if we're ever come across a good old Road King, I like the Road King. It rides really nice. With an Evo and a carburetor, it would be something I'd probably bite on. Yeah, if I ever had a chance, I would. I'd get me a Road King with an Evo on it and a carb, something with good miles. I mean, I love my King, but I'm not sure. Don't feel safe with a computer these days, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. Okay, so there we go there. Tight. The hose is looking good. Ain't cracked. All right, I'll put that on and tighten her up. Find my wrench. Now, I'm gonna do the crossover tube here for gas, and I can get some gas in here. And that is up here. All right, yeah. This here is one here on this side. This is a split tank. This tank, it's a two-piece tank. There's two tanks here actually, and they both go together. It says it's a 4.2 gallon. Yeah, it smells good. I dumped a little alcohol in here last night after I took these off, because I took these off so I could drain it some. And I blew it out a little bit, and then I dumped alcohol right down in there. And it smells good. It's clear too now. So let me go get my hose. I have the 5/16. and a 1/4-inch hose. See how that feels on there. Nah, that's too big to be 1/4. I'm gonna run that through there, and then we'll go the other side after I get this one on. And yeah, that's it right there. All right. Yeah, hose was pretty bad on this. I don't know if I got it here or not. It wasn't good. Not good at all. All right. Yeah, so what this does is this hose runs from this tank to that tank. It runs out of this tank. The fuel comes from this tank to the carb, but then that one is the tank it flows through this tube to keep all of it level or balanced. I mean the fuel level. All right, it's that side. All right, get this one on. Hose clamp. That's right. What we got right there. Put that one on. No kinks. No kinks nowhere. All right. There we go. That puppy is. Tanks are good. All right, next. Get that battery out of there. All right, we got 10mm. All right, yep, 10. Always a 10. Always a 10 on these batteries. Save on them. Can't wait to hear this baby fire. Yeah, now comes part I like, whoa. I gotta get that strap off there. How you expect that happen? Oh, okay, that strap is off. But it does not look like that sucker's coming out of there. Strapped in there. Okay, and then that one. Wow, right down in there. Check this out. Right there. Little silver thing, hook. There, get that sumbitch out of there. Huh? Well, I guess there's only one way to her. Driver. Okay, that's off. Wait, no, it ain't. Need a longer one. I tear that all up there, but on back through there. Now there has to be an easier way to get that off next time. This time she's off. Sometimes there's clamps on here. There ain't here. Oh, there we go. Where? Oh. Yeah. Here's what I had to get unhooked. Is that right there? This right here, the hook's in there, like that, and it's in, how the hell, that's interesting. How the hell? Gotta be a different way than that. All right, now let's get our other battery. Yeah, let's get our other battery. Super start. I don't know if that means anything or not, but hopefully she's a super starter. So what we got in there? Okay, we got a little rubber pad. Kind of tore to shit. And we have that one. This is the one I pulled out. Look, it's all broke up. Broke, cracked. Good rubber, but I ain't using it. I got this one. I'm gonna sit in there. These interfere with anything? Height adapter. Okay. Well, that just sits in there. Huh. I don't know if I like that. Damn. I might end up just putting this one back in there for now. Because this I don't like. That's freaking cheap plastic. I like the softer. The bottom's good. Yeah, the bottom is good. Yeah, somebody you put that back in and use that. I gotta get that one hooked back on. So this thing back in there. You can see that, but there's a clip right there too I gotta get back on. All right, let's put this super start in there. Yo, Joe. Oh, that's why. There we go. She's in there good. Positive, negative. I'm all good. Yep, good. Okay, take the cap off. Might as well use the new screws and the washers that come with it. Yeah. I'll just use the other one. There ain't nothing wrong with them. That little flat, right? Batteries, these little brass inserts got a little flat on them. They go down on the battery and set there your spacers so that these tighten in. Otherwise your battery cable's going to be cockeyed and looking all screwed up. positives. Oh, get that flat right. Come on. There we go. Tighten on that one. Yeah, I don't know how long the other battery's been in there, but I'm sure it's been a while. My understanding, this thing sat for about 10 years. Yeah, and it's not because the gentleman didn't want to. I think it's because the gentleman couldn't. I understand if you really, really, really love this bike. Actually, in the obituary, it says how much it was. This bike was listed in his obituary, how much he loved his Harley Davidson. I think that's pretty cool, man. I ain't too fond of this way, Harley Davidson. I'll take the way my Road King's hooked on any day over this. All right, well, I'm gonna do this later because that's gonna be a fight, and I want to be cussing. Teach you some bad words around here. Okay, so now let's test on the fluids, and we'll pull the plugs out and rotate it a little on the crank so I know she'll rotate, and put a little bit of oil down them cylinders, and just when we rotate it'll. All right, so let's check the oil, or shall we say the vitals, make sure we got blood in her. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Hey, they're in there. Down there. Yep, I'm gonna add some. Yep, that's for sure. All right. See what we get here. Well, that should get a funnel, huh? Yeah, we'll get her in there. Oh, a little bit over there. Yeah, Dean needed some fuel oil. Yeah, that's all right. All right, what do we got going on here? I got oil down here. You know where it's coming from. Let's see what she says. Oh yeah, that's up there. All right, so that's gonna hold me off there. Clean that off. All right, gets me there. All right, now let's go pop them plugs out of there and put a little oil in there and crank on it a little bit. Let me get some oil pressure built up without them plugs in. All right, pull them plugs out of there. Get some oil down in there before we crank on it. Ooh, good. Oh, everything I do, this guy took care of this thing, because everything I do, it's easy. Things are lubed. I honestly think he put some of that in the tank, that fog oil in there. So I'm assuming he fogged the card. But after we get some oil in here and crank it a little bit, let it spit some of that oil out of there. Well, got a little carbon on them. But if he just fired it up inside the garage, he would have never got it hot enough to, because if he'd been sick for a while and he never got it hot enough, they would stay black, would never get hot and run at the temperature it should. So that's what I'm assuming here. Oop, sorry. Knock you all over the place. Get you dizzy. You go. All right. Yeah, she's coming. Come on out there. You got some length on you. Yeah, that's another one. There's a little carbon on it. Yeah. Got them. What do you want to call them? Y plugs, fork plugs, something. They got that. Interesting. That's what they are, old school. Screaming Eagle. Harley Davidson EVS 13S. That's not a real hot plug. All right, let's get some oil. All right, put a little oil in there. And we're going to rotate it. Okay. I know it's going to turn easy. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Put her in high gear. 5th. All right, 5th gear. Let me turn it. All right, give her some turn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, spinning good. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't fearing this one at all. Not at all. Let's turn the ignition on once. We got a light. Yeah, we got lights. All right, let's hit the key ones. Ignition. Off run. Oh yeah. That's good compression too. Oh yeah. She gonna go. All right. Put them back in. Let's just check, see we got spark here. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try this one up here. Why is that being stubborn? It's on the turn. There we go. See if we get any spark there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there's fire. Awesome. Set that off. Dig back in. put some gas in there and go over that side, hit it, and see what we get. I have a feeling I'm probably going to take that filter off. I think I'm going to do it anyway. Give her a little bit of shot. A little shot. All right. All right. Back on there. Actually, I'm going to spin this for a bit. Let it build some oil pressure. I got oil down here. All right, so I did have a little problem here, but I got it figured out. When I was cranking on this thing, out of here, this is connected to the back of this carb, and what it is it's ventilation. It's like your crankcase ventilator on your car. Blow-by comes back through there if you have blow-by, or little bits of oil and stuff comes through and goes back into the carburetor, and it just burns it back up. Well, what was happening when I was cranking on it, because this sump has been sitting so long, I noticed that the oil was really, really low in this tank. So it's been sitting so long that all this oil went down into the bottom of the crankcase. So when I was cranking it, it was spitting it out this PCV, I'm going to call it. It's no PCV valve, but it's pumping the oil. The oil pump is pumping the oil back up through this, coming out here, and it's pouring out just all over the place. So I got it figured out. And as I was cranking, I couldn't do everything on camera, so I had to shut it off. And as I got going, my mind got all boggled and I didn't turn it back on. But this was pumping oil out all over the place. I have a mess here. I got her choked. We'll give her a little bit here, because I know she ain't had none. Engine on, choke on. Oh yeah, she's gonna go. Choke her off. A little bit there. She ain't puking. I'm gonna put that back on where it goes. Okay. Wow, that's something. I knew this cat took care of this thing. Yeah, so she's rolling. See what we got in the leaks. Looks good, except for the mess I have underneath here because of that hose. You all right? Nothing like an Evo in the carburetor. Nothing like an Evo in the carburetor. Awesome. I'm going to put this back together here. I put that air filter back on. I don't know what I did with it. Get out of the way, camera. There we go. Yeah, look at this. Fills that up. It's all right. We can get a towel, clean that out. air filter. Weird. So there's a lot of oil in this filter too here. It's all right. She'll breathe. Times I've known on Evolutions, the ones we've had, is when the filter starts to get dirty. And when the filter starts to get really dirty and plugged up on these, because of this crankcase ventilation, gets plugged up, this thing needs some air, so it starts sucking oil through here. So you start getting drips on the bottom of this right here. When you start getting this thing starts getting full of oil, clean your air filter. It has helped me every single time. Because when they can't get air, they got to pull from somewhere, and they'll pull from the crankcase. It's actually a good indicator, I guess. For me, it is. And every time that's happened, I've cleaned the filter and boom, took care of it. So somebody out there is probably going, yeah, well, of course, yeah, that's always what happens. Well, until someone tells you, you learn. I was freaking out, wondering, why is that thing blowing oil? It's like, oh shit, clean that filter. Clean that filter, boom, done. Good to go. Yeah, so first start in quite a while, but I think he pretty much prepped it to sit for a while for the next person. I truly believe it. You'd have seen the guy's garage. I could tell he took care of his stuff. It's awesome. Let's see this puppy here. He really put some love on this. S&S carb, and sounds like a good evil. Good evil. All right, where's my towels? Yeah. The oil everywhere. Snazzy. She's gonna smoke after she warms up a bit here, but let's see what we get now. On. Killer. Oh, that's a good sound right there. Sure there are no leaks. Just that stuff right there. It was pouring out of that cap too. Yeah, crazy. I want to see if she's charging. What do you think?
Sounds like Nadine.
So I think that's it on this revival, if you want to call it a revival. I'm gonna chalk most of this up to the gentleman that had this before. He really took care of it. And things I did that I think is worth noting is you have to make sure, and I put a little oil in the cylinders, pulled the plugs out, cranked the motor a little bit. First I spun it, put it in gear, spun the rear wheel to make sure it turned, because I don't want to jam that starter right in there and it locked up, it breaks something. But it turned easy with the wheel, the rear wheel in 5th gear makes it easier. 1st gear is going to be hard, put it in 5th. And then turn it over a bunch of times, make sure where that oil gets wrapped around in there. And I checked spark, checked oil, put oil in it, had that problem with it coming out of that ventilating tube. And that was kind of a mess, but yeah. And the battery, and she rolling. So run good. I think it runs good. Probably a little bit of tuning up to go as I go down the road, but I'm thinking it's running a little rich, to tell you the truth. I think the elevations at 4,200, coming out of the factory, if I remember right, they put like 170 mains in there, and I think a 50. The other one's a 50. So I don't know, but looking at the plugs, after I get it out, test drive it, I'll check it out. But anyways, I'm gonna give this one to the gentleman that really took care of this. I could tell as I was tearing into it. He loved this bike, and we're gonna love it too. So we're gonna love it for a long time, probably forever. I don't think this one will leave us. So anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Glad you tuned in. If you would like, hit the subscribe and hit that thumbs button and show us you liked it, and comment if you have any suggestions or anything on this thing. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and Desert Dogs Garage and Metalworks, peace and out.